Bungie tells Naughty Dog to cancel their online multiplayer for The Last of Us, only for them to go and steal art for their own new multiplayer, Marathon. What a time to be alive in the gaming universe, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get right into it. If you didn't know, Bungie, the creators of the old Halo games and Destiny, teamed up with Naughty Dog, the creators of The Last of Us, and they wanted to get together, collaborate, make a better and more improved, more ambitious version of their multiplayer for The Last of Us. If you didn't know, The Last of Us, the first one, had a multiplayer. It's called Factions. It's actually really good multiplayer. I recommend you go check it out if you haven't already. It's an older game, 12 years old, still has a dedicated player base to this day, and I'm dreading the day that they pull the plug on the servers. So yeah, long story short, Bungie collaborated with Naughty Dog. They didn't like where The Last of Us multiplayer was going. They wanted to make it a live service game. They obviously butted heads, didn't come to an agreement, so they pulled the plug on it. Last of Us Online is no longer a thing because of Bungie, and that's not sugarcoating it. That's basically what the gist of it is. Now, granted, we don't know every single detail behind the curtain. Bungie goes off to make their own multiplayer game, Marathon. I don't know if it's considered technically to be live service, but I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. They had an announcement trailer, which I did not see until recently, and my own personal opinion, I think it looks very, very bad. Just by seeing the announcement trailer, the characters, if you want to call them, look like crash dummies. Basically, you're playing as crash dummies. You're probably not even really human beings. What better way to try to relate to a character that you play as when they're not even a human being? I don't know. That's just my hot take. Granted, there's other players or other games where you play as non-human characters, but I don't know. I watched the trailer. It didn't look interesting in the slightest. It looked like a soulless game with no identity, and that is proven with the recent news coming out. Turns out that they got put on blast, and it seems the Marathon developers, Bungie, stole art from someone and basically ripped it from their portfolio and put it into the game. Like, dead ass. No cap, bro. Stole someone's assets, someone's art that they worked on, and just slapped it into their game and just did not give a flying fuck until they got exposed and called out on it. And of course, we're going to get into that. Basically, the person's art that they stole. So this is the person's art. This is their Twitter, N squared, or I don't know. It says the Marathon Alpha released recently and its environments are covered with assets lifted from poster designs I made in 2017. And they added Bungie and Joseph Cross, which is the art director, I believe. So as you can see here, right here, it's basically like designs and lettering and all that stuff. Basically saying like, hey, these are designs that I made back in 2017 and they look identical. It's not like they got influence from it and kind of got inspiration from it and kind of made the same or similar design just with a little twist on it. It looks like they flat out copied and pasted that shit. And the funny thing is if you zoom in, so this is the screenshot from the game right here. All they did to try to be somewhat sneaky about it is they just flipped it or inverted it. Because this is the game right here. You're looking at it. The game isn't flipped. It's northeast, east, southeast, right? But yet these numbers are flipped. Same exact lettering, same exact font, same exact designs. It's just flipped. Like they tried to be somewhat sneaky about it. Took someone's art assets and oh, we'll just flip it. We'll invert it. And they won't notice. No. See, these developers, man, these game studios, I'm telling you, man. I don't know if it's just me or if you guys just don't notice or you just need to wake the fuck up. But like these game developers these days, and excuse me, I'm gonna get real loud and passionate because I'm a passionate gamer. But these game developers, these game studios, it's really hard to kind of come across a game studio that's like legit, you know, honest, and is in good faith. Because a lot of these studios, these corporations, money-hungry motherfuckers, and they get lazy and they want to pump out these shitty-ass, half-baked live service games to try and milk your fucking wallet without you even realizing it. Because this $5 skin isn't too bad. It's $5. What's that? I could spend that at the gas station. But then you do it again. You do it again. You buy another skin. You buy a gun. You buy a skin for that gun. You unlock a new character. You unlock a new skin for that character. The shit adds up. And granted, the game might be free, but you're paying for these battle passes. You're paying for all these skins and ungodly amounts of microtransactions. It's unreal. I hope I'm not the only one that sees past all this bullshit. It seems that most game developers these days are just trying to pump out these lazy ass games just to milk your wallet and take all your money. It almost seems like it's a get rich quick scheme. Like, it's ridiculous. Why would we buy your game, give you the time of day, or put money into your game when you don't give a fuck about us? Like, is it not apparent that gaming studios don't give a fuck? They don't care about the player. And it's a shame. Gaming is not what it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. There's an article right here. It says Bungie stealing Marathon art is probably the last straw. Yeah, no kidding. Marathon developer Bungie has been accused of and now admitted to stealing artwork used in the current build of Marathon from an artist who first published a work in 2017. That art is anti-real, whatever, who posted several comparisons of their work and existing Bungie Marathon assets, which go far beyond inspiration, like I said, and often are a one-to-one direct lifts of images, words, symbols, and even Anti-Real's own personal logo. One of her statements, Bungie is, of course, not obligated to hire me when making a game that draws overwhelmingly from the same design language I have refined for the last decade, but clearly my work was good enough to pillage for ideas and plaster all over their game without pay or attribution. Within a matter of hours, as this began to spread virally, Bungie issued a statement saying it was a former Bungie artist who included the decals in a texture sheet. So they're gonna blame shift. Oh, it was a former employee. They're no longer with us, so it wasn't us. It wasn't me. No. It was this guy that no longer works for us. How convenient, right? The issue was supposedly unknown by the existing art team, but obviously many questions have been raised about all this and as Bungie continues to investigate. There is no disputing asset rips. There are one-to-one in many cases that are clear to see the result of that. The result of that, if Bungie will simply cut the artist a check and credit them, is unclear. It is possible that legal action could be pursued here, but the artists did not seem to think they had the resources to mount the campaign. That could change given the attention that this story has now gotten. Yeah, these guys are cooked, man. This game is cooked. People are not going to want to play this, bro. They're not going to look past the plagiarism. Yeah, and like I said up here, the person did not have the funds or means to take legal action. I honestly think they 100% should take legal action. I mean, for them to just straight rip your shit and put it in their game to try and make an easy profit is crazy. Like, come on. Like, credit the artists. Send them a check. Give them royalties. But that's the thing, man. These studios are so selfish, so money hungry, and so eager to make a quick buck from you guys, from us, the players, that they don't care. They take all these shortcuts to try and pump out a game. Bungie should be downright ashamed of themselves, embarrassed, and they just need to pull the plug on this game. Nobody's gonna play this shit anyway. You're telling me you're gonna want to play Marathon? You watching this video, you're gonna want to download Marathon and play it? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. There's nothing about this game looks good. Like I said, it's a soulless, lifeless game that has no identity, and it's proven with them stealing someone else's art. They couldn't even make their own art. They couldn't even make their own theme. They stole it from somebody. That is insane. This game doesn't even have its own identity. It's someone else's. It's crazy. Like I said, man, don't support these developers. Don't support these half-baked, half-assed, low-effort games trying to milk your wallet, trying to milk you dry. It's insane, man. There's plenty of other games out there. Like I said, the multiplayer for The Last of Us, I play it a shit ton. It's what this channel is mostly about. That's why I'm covering this news, because it's kind of adjacent to The Last of Us, with Naughty Dog and Bungie being tied together to make their online multiplayer. And like I said, if you haven't tried Factions yet, the multiplayer for the first Last of Us, try that out. You know, it's a good game. Like I said, 12 years later, player base is still going strong. And if you're not into that, hey, no judgment. There's other games out there. Don't just get caught up in the newest, latest, flashiest live service game that's on the market. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Don't fall into the trap. These studios, these developers, they don't give a fuck about you. They just want what's in your wallet. That's it. That is it. These gaming studios should be embarrassed, should be ashamed, and they need to hold themselves to a higher standard. Like, what happened to the gaming industry? What happened? What happened to, like, making a cool-ass game with a cool-ass story, dope-ass mechanics, and it had a cool-ass multiplayer on the side if you wanted to jump online with a couple buddies? Why are we making these half-assed, low-effort, live service bullshit games? Like, I knew there was something fishy with Bungie, man. I knew there was something fishy with Bungie and their whole involvement with the collaboration with Naughty Dog and The Last of Us Online. Because I knew there was rumors where it was going to be a standalone game, and then they were going the live service approach, and I was like, man, I don't know about that. Like, I tried these live service games, and I don't really care for them. They just seem so low effort. Like, we tried Destiny, didn't care for it. Tried The Division, didn't care for it. It's like, I don't know. I mean, everybody has their own preference. And some of you guys may like these live service games. Some of you may love them. You know, some of you may strictly only play online. And I get that. But for me personally, I don't care for the live service shit. And I knew there was something fishy with Bungie's involvement and how they were going the live service approach. And then they eventually canceled it. I feel like Naughty Dog didn't want to do that. Naughty Dog didn't want to do Bungie's version of The Last of Us multiplayer. So they're like, okay, well, you're not going to work with us. You're not going to do what we want. Pull the plug. We're out of here. We're going to do our own thing. And then look what happens. Look what happens. You got a dog shit game with no identity that the artist stole art assets from someone online. Insane. I guess, you know what they say about karma. Maybe you should have bit your tongue and stuck your guns with Naughty Dog and rode out with The Last of Us multiplayer. Y'all could probably be making millions right now. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a fucking idiot on YouTube. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. I figured I'd just get on here and rant and ramble about this shit. Hopefully one day we'll get another multiplayer for The Last of Us. Maybe this marathon catastrophe opens the eyes of studios for Naughty Dog and Bungie and whoever else. And like I said, maybe we'll get a multiplayer for The Last of Us sometime. With that said, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I appreciate you all watching. Hey, let me know, what do you guys think about this style of video? You know, me kind of chit-chatting with you guys, going over gaming news. I kind of like it. It's a little nice, a little change of pace. Anyways, like I said, that's it for me. Y'all have a fantastic day. I'll see you all in the next one. And hey, if you're new here, subscribe, man. You ain't going to regret it. I'll see you.